Okay, Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone at rule well, and Shalom to all of the Archeum that are teaching this word around the globe with faith and truth and sincerity. I am the brother Caleb from the GMS England London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify the Lord's elect. As always, I want to start off by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites, and the real Israelites are you Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians and West Africans predominantly, excuse me, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations, because we as a people have been scattered amongst all the nations throughout our various captivities. But if your sea line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible that was named Israel, then you too are an Israelite no matter what you may look like, because the book of Numbers chapter 1 and 18 states that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. So I was traveling on the underground yesterday and I saw this advert up. Now I'm from England, as I said, GMS London. So over here, people are gearing up for the public holidays where they're gonna coronate the so-called King Charles III. That's coming up soon. So that's kind of in the media, and all these worldly people are getting hyped about that shit. But obviously we as Israelites, we don't get behind this stuff because we know that we've already got our king. This isn't our king. This is, this is an Edomite, imposter, an imposter, masquerading as the king. And a lot of these people believe this to be true, but the scriptures clearly state that Israel is a nation of kings and princes. And ultimately, we've got our king. First and foremost, King David is the king, but the King of Kings is Yahushai, So we're not supposed to be giving reverence unto these other nations and their leaders. We've got our own setup, but we'll only come to that knowledge if we return unto the understanding of the scriptures. It makes it perfectly clear. Now, the reason why I'm showing this image on the screen is because as I've done in previous videos, or those of you who watch my channel, you may notice that one of the things that the Most High has blessed me with is a spirit of discernment when it comes to reading images. And this is a case of that, because I glanced at this image as I was traveling through the underground. It's a poster advert on the underground. I glanced at it and I thought, whatever. Then the spirit said to me, no, look at this image. Right? So I stopped and I looked at it. And I thought, you know what, this will make a lesson, because you know why? What is this image saying? First of all, let me explain it, right? Over here in London, you've got a popular tourist attraction called Madame Tussauds. Now, this is a place where they have lots of wax models of various celebrities. So it's a tourist attraction. People go there and they can look at wax models of, famous people, like, I don't know, famous actors, like Tom Cruise, or famous musicians, Michael Jackson or whatever. They've got these, or prime ministers, or presidents and stuff like that, like Ronald Reagan or Abraham Lincoln or whoever. They've got all these wax models in this museum. People sculpt these models and they put them there, and people could stand there and they can take selfies and photographs with these wax models, pretending like, yeah, I met the Queen, or yeah, I met Tom Cruise or Nicole Kidman or whoever, some famous actor or celebrity. They can act like they met them because they've got these photographs they take of themselves. It's folly. It's folly sitting great dignity. Now, they've got this wax model here of the so-called King Charles III, right? And it says, what does this say? Dear palace goers, you are royally invited to meet the king. Yay! Now, you got these people here standing there as if they're meeting the king with these fucking crowns on it, putting their crowns on their heads, right? And you got this wax model standing there who's supposed to represent King Charles III, right? This is a celebrate the coronation at Madame Tussauds, London, right? Book online and blah, 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 blah. Now, the interesting thing about this image is, like, peep the people, I should say peep, check out the people that they've got stood next to this wax model of the king. First of all, you've got a Jake woman, and she looks all enamored by this fucking Edomite waist, man. Look at her. dressed like a man, wearing all pink and shit, but she looking like she's fucking ready to bow down and go down on King Charles III, right? And you got this other woman here, and she's sitting in a wheelchair, right? So what is this image saying? It's trying to say, oh, King Charles III, he's a man of the people. He's friendly with so-called black people, so-called Negroes, and he has a care for those that are disadvantaged and disabled in our society. That's what they're trying to say with this image. But you know what the ironic thing is? The ironic thing about this is King Charles III doesn't give a shit about you Jakes, and he doesn't give a shit about you disabled people either, right? He's not coming down to fellowship with you guys and break bread with you guys. This is a wax model, and this is as close as your asses are going to get to meeting King Charlie Boy III. And he couldn't even stand in there for himself to, actually take a photograph with these people. You know why? Because he's got no connection with these people. He doesn't want to deal with you fucking peasants, you commoners. He's fucking up there with them Rothschilds and shit, man. He ain't for you. He's about your destruction, man. They're having their secret councils, plotting your downfall, man. Thinking, okay, how are we going to ensnare these people even more to get them to coerce them to destroy themselves by eating all these destructive foods, putting these poisons in their body, which are masquerading as, things that are good for them, i.e. VACs, if I can say that without getting my video clipped. They're sitting down plotting your demise. What do the scriptures say? Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. They're plotting your downfall. All the while you're being stupid, running around acting like, yeah, I'm at the king and I can put the crown on my head. Oh yeah, and yeah, I'm so close to the king, yeah. Fucking nigger woman, man. Makes me sick, man. These women, they run around after Esau as if he's God's gift to the earth. But yet when it comes to helping the Israelite man, you don't give a shit. You don't give a shit about the Israelite man. What is it? Micah 7 and 9, 7 and 10, Salakia. Micah 7 and 10. One of my favorite scriptures in the whole book, man. It says, then she that is my enemy shall see it. So that the Israelite woman has become an enemy to the Israelite man. And shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy God? Mine eye shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. So, this image it looks like it's all, oh yeah, just have a fun day at Madame Tussauds. But there's actually a storyline to this picture, and it's actually trying to put forward the image that, yeah, King Charlie Boy III is a man of the people. He really cares about you disabled people in wheelchairs, and he really gives a shit about you Negroes. Yeah, he's really for you. When it couldn't be further from the truth. Just going to end this out with a precept, right? So like I've got a cat shouting in the background, being unruly. I hope it doesn't distract too much. Yeah, Sirach 12 and 10 is what I want. Yeah, it's dinner time, so I should hold on a second. Be quiet, little one. Be quiet. Thank you. My Bible app's crashed. Fuck that. Start it up again. Sirach 12 starting from the 10th verse says, never trust thine enemy. So these Edomites are our enemies. Psalms 83 clearly tells you that. They have said, let us cut off the name of Israel and let it be no more in remembrance. But look at this woman here. She couldn't be any more enamored. Damn, man. She's riding hard for Esau. Sirach 12 and 10 says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself. You see, this is Charlie Boy trying to humble himself. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet go crouching. He's trying to stoop down to condescend to the people when it ain't even him. It's a fucking wax statue, man. You don't want to get close to you people. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not altogether been wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. That's exactly what they're doing. Masquerading as us, masquerading as if they're the holy people. You know, the sons of God. They're not. He doesn't descend from Jacob. His forefather's Esau, man. So he's standing up in our place, pretending. Imposter, right? Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. That couldn't be any more fitting words for this picture, man. Though he presents himself as if he's helping you, he's doing nothing but undermine you. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. So yeah, man. It might seem like a simple little image. Yeah, we're meeting the king. Yeah, we could put these fake crowns on our heads. But there's an agenda to it, and there's a narrative to it, and there's a story to it. And, you know, a lot of thought goes into these images, man. Photographers don't just turn up one day and like, okay, well, yeah, let's just throw that there and we'll take the shot. Nah, man, this goes through planning. A lot of planning goes into these images, and they can get away with a lot because they're aware that they don't teach how to read paintings in school. For the most part, they don't teach that. That's something that if you want to get into art seriously, you have to study for yourself, get the books, learn the visual symbolism, the languages and stuff. Most people aren't educated in this way. That's why Esau's able to throw a lot of shit at people, and they're not able to perceive what's being thrown at them or being said or communicated through these images. So I hope that's been edifying. Just a quick hit, man. So with that, giving all praises, honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakadash, double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Shalom to you, Arkim, that are teaching this word with faith, with truth, and sincerity. And I'll catch you on the next one, Lord willing. Shalom for now. Shalom wa abba ba. Kwame Shawala.